Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be for all you guys out there or just anyone who wants to have a little bit more of a tuned down natural makeup look. Okay, so this is maybe throwing out there for the novices, for people who are like beginning and just want something really simple and muted down, especially for you guys out there who maybe just want to look groomed but not like you're wearing makeup. So if you want to find out more, keep on watching. Right, so we're gonna get straight into today's video and I'm gonna start off with prep. So if you're a guy out there and you want to be looking good, you want your skin to look good, then I'm afraid you are going to have to put a little bit more effort into your prep or skincare routine. Now I'm not saying that you should kind of go crazy and go out spending loads of money and have like 10 products lined up in your bathroom. No. Just keep it really simple and think about what your skin needs. So if your skin's dry, definitely you need a moisturizer. If your skin's really oily, maybe use a good like cleanser to kind of like help balance the oils and still moisturize actually, because if you moisturize then your skin thinks that it doesn't need to produce more oil. Simple, but it works. So here we go. So FYI, this video is literally, I'm going to use minimal of everything. So like minimal skin prep, minimal makeup, minimal tools, like just keeping it really real and realistic about what people out there want and what they need and what they can do and how much time they have. Anyway, so if we're going, so these two I would say are really good products for guys who maybe, or girls who want to prep their skin. So at the moment this would be a cleanser that I would use now and then, but it's really good. It's by Clinique and this is part of their men's range. Now it has got charcoal in there and this is a face wash, so you can use this morning and night time. What's really nice, because it has a charcoal in there, it's going to really help clean your pores and just remove any like dirt, debris or like blackheads, because I know sometimes guys tend to get a little bit more blackheads on their skin. So this will be really nice to use. This is a nice one, guys. This is a nice one. Also, it looks good in the bathroom. Another product for men that I really like at the moment is going to be Lab Series. You can tell I love this product. It's not often that I get past the halfway mark on a product because I'm always trying out different things, but you know it's good when I'm at this point, guys. I'm at this point and it's soon going to be down here. So this is Lab Series, which is a skincare brand for men. This is called the Solid Water Essence and I like to use this. You can use it during the day, but I like to use it at night. So after I've cleaned my skin, I literally just go ahead and put 2 pumps on my hands, put it all over my face, and it just feels super hydrating. I'll just go to bed and that's it, done. If you want to be a little bit more extra, you can maybe put on an eye cream, but I think that this is more than enough for complete hydration just before you go to sleep. So this is really good, I'm not gonna lie. Really good product. Okay, so in this video, I'm also going to be doing my makeup and a very simple, nice, easy male natural makeup look. For all you guys out there, hopefully there's something that you can take from it. You can take one of this element and just do that. You don't have to do every single step. So if you wanted to just use one element or one product or two out of them, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, so all of these things that I've kind of put together so that you can mix and match and you can just make it your own. There's no right or wrong. So firstly, it's going to be tools. Tools are kind of important in this phase and I want to keep it really simple, so I'm going to use no more than 3 tools. I'm going to try to. It's really hard for me as a makeup artist, but I'm going to use 3 brushes. You could probably get away with just using 2 if you wanted to. So we're going to use something like this, and this is a Duo Fiber brush. This one's from MAC, but you can use any brand. Kind of looks like this, so it has a natural hair bristle and a synthetic hair bristle, and this is really good for like creams or liquids where you kind of just buff it into the skin, so it gives you a lot more of a natural airbrush finished look instead of like a heavy cakey makeup look. So this is really good for that. Okay guys, you can get it in different sizes. There's bigger ones, smaller ones, but I think this is a pretty good size for the whole face and also to get into those hard to reach areas as well. Choke. Next up, we've got a brush. So these are both synthetic, either or really. This one's a little bit more angled, so you can see, oh my god, what is this? Stray hair coming out, whoops. Yeah, you can see that this one's a little bit more angled, so I quite like this one for like bronzing or contouring and stuff like that. And this one is just a more traditional kind of domed one. Like you can use this for all over powder. You can also use this for bronzing and contouring. So if there was one out of these two that I would say, or maybe start off with them, if you don't want to get both, I'd probably say go for that one. And then when you're feeling a little bit more, you know, empowered and ready for it, then you can go ahead with this one, okay? So yeah, that's about it for tools. Let's go straight into our skincare. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a moisturizer. This one is by MURAD and has an SPF 30 in it. What's quite nice about this is that it's just really, really easy. It's got a nice texture to it. It's not too thick. This is just such a good product, guys. Like, so many people rave about it, and it also does contain vitamin C, I believe, which is really, really good for your skin. It has got antioxidants. So I'm just using like a little amount there. I'm just gonna pop this all over my face. At the moment, I have nothing on my skin at all, okay? So I'm doing this for you guys. So I haven't done anything, like nothing at all. That would be cheating. So I want to show you the real deal. So I'm just applying this all over. I'm using my hands here, and please make sure that your hands are clean. If your hands are not clean, you're kind of spreading bacteria a little bit. It could give you more breakouts. So yeah, moisturizer is on. That is feeling good. You should always use SPF. Whoa, nearly dropped it. You should always use SPF anyway, even if you do live in London like I do, because you're still gonna age. Next up, I'm gonna use a primer. So I tend to say, guys, if you want to get away with not really wearing, if you don't wanna wear that much makeup, then these products are gonna be the key things. So just making your skin look good. Your skin should look good before you then start applying makeup. So you use less makeup, does that make sense? So I'm gonna go in with this product, which looks so dirty because it's so loved. It's coming to the end of its life. So again, another product that I use pretty much on a daily basis, and this is by Benefit Cosmetics, and it is the POREFESSIONAL, and this product is all about getting rid of your pores basically. So it's great for people who've got texture. It's great for people who just want to have a nice matte skin smooth effect. So I'm going to go ahead with around about this much product. Again, I'm just kind of rubbing it on my fingertips, and then I'm putting it where my pores are quite big. So for me, it's here, and then on the middle of my forehead. So if your pores are maybe more along your chin or wherever it might be, go for it. Also, another really good tip for guys is that if you have facial hair like I do, I tend to not put too many products on those areas. I know a lot of guys actually DM me and they ask me, you know, how do you manage to wear makeup but not get it in your beard? Well, just don't put it on your beard, you know? Just try not to put it there. Just be very conscious about it. Like, I don't even think about it now. I just know not to put a lot, because if you put makeup on your beard, you kind of just look like you have like a fluffy face, and you want your beard to stand out. But I'm gonna show you a few more tricks to make your beard look extra good in a minute, later on in this video, okay? Alright, so I've got the POREFESSIONAL on. I don't know if you guys can see, but it really smooths out the skin and the texture of it. We can see here that I have got pigmentation, I've got dark circles. Yeah, just normal skin, guys. Things that every single person has, you know, we can't be perfect, okay? So I'm pretty happy with the texture now. I think this is quite a good texture, and if you wanted to, you can just go out and leave like this, you know, if you didn't want to use anything more. But I'm going to take it to the next level so that you guys can see a little bit more. Okay, so next up, what I want to do is I want to go for something that's really, really natural, and like you can't really see it on the skin, if that makes sense. So make sure that when you're looking at any products, you want to go for something that is light or sheer. So sheer means light. Medium is medium coverage, and full is full coverage. Maybe don't go for medium or full. Maybe go for like a sheer or like a medium to buildable if you want, but I think medium to buildable, you will see it on the skin. So I'm going to go ahead with this product by Charlotte Tilbury. It is called Light Wonder. Absolutely love this, and I tend to use this when I want something that's a little bit more natural looking on the skin. Now, if I wanted to, I could use more of this product and build it up, but I just want to keep it like reduced, so I don't want to go too crazy with it. So yes, let's do this. This is a very good product. I like it a lot. If you wanted to as well, you can use other things like MAC Face and Body, or Studio Lightweight, or just anything that says sheer or light or natural, okay? Just keep it lightweight. So for this, you know, you can be schmancy fancy, but I'm just gonna do what a real person at home would do. If I'm a guy and I don't have anything else, I'm gonna put a little bit of product on the back of my hand. So around about that much. Hello. We're gonna go in with our fabulous Duro fiber brush, and we're just gonna dip. And what's really nice is that you see that the brush only picks up a little bit of the product because it has a lot of gaps. It doesn't pick up everything that was on your hand. And then what I normally do is I do 3 dabs. So kind of on the cheek, on the cheek, on the forehead, because I'm gonna buff that out, and I don't want it to be heavy all around the outer edge. I kind of just want coverage in those areas. And then I'm gonna hold the brush, not here, because then I'm very hard. I'm like, But I'm gonna hold it really, really close to the outer edge, and I'm just gonna like buff. You wanna make sure that you're going in different directions and just covering the whole face, okay guys? Now this is gonna be a very natural makeup look for me. So I'm sure that if you know me from Instagram, you know that I love a bit of a full B. I love a bit of a full B. I love a full B, and I'm not shy of wearing makeup, but you guys just do whatever you're more comfortable in, okay? I know it's not for everyone, so this is to help people out there, so not to make people feel worse. So all these tips and tricks are just to kind of basically like help people out there, okay? Why not, guys? Sharing the love. Okay, so I know that around this area, I do have like a spot, and I've got like just pigmentation from a spot that I recently picked as well. So I'm just dabbing a little bit more there and buffing that out. This is looking very, very natural, but hopefully you guys can see a difference. Now when I look at my skin, I definitely feel as though it still looks like skin. I can't really see, yeah, I can't see any makeup. I can't see where I've kind of added makeup. And just remember guys, is that if you put on lots of foundation, then your eyebrows kind of disappear, your beard disappears, like just features disappear. So then you've got to use more makeup to bring it all back. So just don't go crazy with the base. Because we're doing more of a natural look, I'm gonna leave this like this. But if I was maybe gonna leave the house, I'll probably go in with a little bit more, but we're just gonna keep it like this, okay? All right, so next up is a optional element. You don't have to use this, but I'm gonna use the Maybelline concealer, and this is called the Eraser Eye. This is amazing. It's a drugstore product, so it's really, really affordable, but I actually love the blendability. I just love everything about it. Also, when you take the lid off, it has your kind of like applicator in there already. Okay, so what we can do is you can basically just twist this, and it kind of brings out a little bit of product. It pushes it all down so you don't waste any of it, and then you just apply. So with the concealer, I know I've got dark circles all the time. It's not about sleep or hydration. I just have it because I do. Just foreign. So what I'm gonna do is just apply this directly in those areas that I need a little bit of brightening up, okay? So this concealer is actually a little bit light, because usually I go for a lighter concealer. But if you want a bit more of a natural look, I'd probably say just go the same color as your skin tone. Don't be trying to highlight and doing all that jazz. So I don't have one of my skin tone in this because I like a full B. So yeah. So I'm mainly just taking that underneath my eyes where I want to brighten it up. I'm gonna go in with my same brush now and just buff that out. Now remember to just apply a small amount. Like if you need more, you can add more, but if you put too much, then you're kind of screwed. Okay, so buff, buff, buff. Just holding the brush in the middle now, and I'm just doing some like circular motions just to keep the product always moving. And you can see that now it's reduced the dark circles, but they're not completely vanished. They're not like crazy, crazy. I might just add a little bit more to this in a bit. And having dark circles is something that I am very conscious about. I hate it. I wish I didn't have them. But there's not really that much out there that you can do about it. You know, you can use the eye cream. Kind of don't really work that well, but they help. Making sure you drink enough water is really, really helpful. And also just getting good night's sleep is really good. But realistically, if you've got dark circles, your best friend is going to be concealer. And that's why concealer is probably my #1 product that I cannot live without. Okay, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. So super, super natural so far. I feel as though, you know, it's reduced the darkness underneath my eyes, but it's not created anything that's too crazy. And that's just with those 2 products. So this is pretty good so far. Okay, so next up, because we've been using a foundation and a concealer, which have both been liquid consistencies on our face, if we just leave it like this, then when I lean and touch my face, or if I'm like rubbing my eye or doing anything, then I'll take all of that off. It's not set. So it's really, really important to set your makeup. The minute you're using creams or like liquids on your face, you need to set it, otherwise it will move around and it will transfer. And this is why a lot of people say, my makeup never lasts, like it just comes off by the end of the day. It's because you're not setting your makeup properly. So I'm gonna go in, and what I tend to recommend for guys is get a translucent, which means it has no color, pressed powder. So there's no mess, there's no fuss, there's no like baking, and none of that. Forget all of that. Let's keep it right back down to basics. So I'm gonna use this one, and it's by It Cosmetics, and it's called Bye Bye Pores, and it's a pressed translucent powder. Now what's interesting is this product actually has the actual product, so we can see that, look, there's no color at all. Yeah, It's just white because it has nothing. Underneath it has a little sponge as well, so you can use this if you want, and you can just press that and press it on your face. Personally, be a little bit careful about these. I think they're great for on the go, but sometimes if you're using them on a daily basis, they get very dirty very quickly, and then they start carrying bacteria and you can get breakouts from it. So I just feel like brushes are easier. You can kind of use it, and then when they get dirty, then you can just clean the brush and you can reuse that brush. So it's just better that way. So with this powder, all we're gonna do is dab, and we're gonna literally put it all over the face. Okay, so everywhere that you put a liquid, you're gonna put it on. Now try not to go too crazy with this. If you've got dry skin, definitely don't go too much. I know I'm quite oily, so I tend to pat powders because I'm oily. So I just wanna really pat the powder in. But if you're more dry, then maybe just do a really, really light one. What's also really nice about this is that it will mattify the skin. Obviously, we've been using creams and liquids. And I think for guys, it looks quite nice when you've got more of a matte, even complexion. Yeah, we like it. Yeah. Alright guys, so personally I feel like this is quite a nice natural look. There's nothing crazy to it at all. If you wanted to, here's another optional step. I'm going to be using a bronzer, and this is just to add a little bit more of a dimension and a bit more of a shape or shade or interest, another dimension to the face. So I'm going in with this one by CYO. Please, if you're a guy out there, make sure this is matte. You do not want shimmer. It will show that you're wearing a shimmery, sparkly bronzer. It's not what we're going for today, unfortunately, but maybe next time. Maybe on a Friday night. But yes, this one is matte. I really like it because it's a pressed powder, and it also has a very neutral, natural tone, and it's not too orangey. So with this, I'm going to go in with the same brush. You can also use your domed brush as well, but maybe actually, yeah, let's go for the domed brush, because for all those people that maybe wanted to go for that domed brush, you can see how it's going to work. So I literally dab the product like this, okay? And remember, the first place you touch is going to be the heaviest, so I'm just going to go using round motions again. So I'm focusing kind of on the sides of my cheekbones. So naturally, kind of, you know, when you think about it, there are different ways to bronze your face, but I normally say a good way is think about the sun, and when the sun hits you, where's it gonna hit? So it normally hits your forehead, the top of your nose, and kind of on your high cheekbones. So you wanna look like that guy who, you know, he's been traveling, he's going around, he's healthy, he's got that healthy glow. So this is kind of it. We are not really using this to contour and do anything too crazy. We just wanna add some dimension back. So we can see how like neutral this product is. Okay, we are going through. I think for me as well, like I always want to look a little bit more brown because, I don't know, I'm just quite pale, and my skin on my face is naturally a little bit paler than anywhere else. So I think I'm going to stop around here, guys. I think that's quite good for me. Yeah, there's a little bit of dimension. It's like, oh yeah. Alright guys, so if you're still with me, we're almost there, we're almost there. We're going to do the final step, and that is going to be our beards, and it's going to be just shaping that up, and also brows. So I have very, very sparse brows. There's not much to them. A lot of guys have got really amazing, like thick, fluffy brows, and if that's the case, I'll probably just say, I don't know, get someone to like pluck them now and then. You can pluck them yourself. It's quite painful a little bit, maybe at the beginning, but it does get better, I promise. Or you can even go to these places and get yourself some threading or waxing, whatever suits you best. But honestly, like having a nice tidy-ish brow is great, and don't be scared to say, oh, I like them to look a little bit more masculine and a little bit more, you know, a little bit uneven, because you don't want to be leaving any of those places or having like a perfect shaped brow. Like I always want this like messy, fluffy, masculine brow, but I know it's just very, very hard for me to achieve. So if you're like me and you have more sparse brows, what's a really, really good product is these kind of like brow pencils. I just feel like they're really easy. Now these are by Benefit Cosmetics, and they're called Precisely My Brow. And I use these on all parts. So like my hairline, my brows, and also my beard sometimes to shape everything up. Now they do come in different colors. So I've got here 3. So 1 is the lightest, and I think 6 is the darkest, I believe. But I've got here 3 and 4. So we're gonna start off with, let's go 3. And you basically take the lid off, and you've got this very, very like tiny little precise product, and then a bit of a groomer. Now you could just use clear brow gel and just run it through if you've got nice, oh, nearly pat myself in the eye. If you've got nice fluffy brows, you can just do this and you're like, oh yeah, I'm done. But yeah, my brows are just not that good, guys, so we're gonna go in. So all I'm gonna do very, very softly is focus where I haven't got that much brow and then draw it in. Now I have had my brows microbladed. This is kind of like a tattoo, like a semi-permanent tattoo. So there's not much work for me to do, but just in case you've got really sparse brows, you know what to do. So there's a few gaps, just gonna go through and fill them. I think with this, you wanna make sure that you're holding it now in the middle. You don't want too much tension, you don't want too little tension, just holding it in the middle. And just keep it quite light and fluffy. You don't want like a solid brow, guys. That's not the look we're going for. Okay, cool, that looks quite good. Next up, I'm gonna use that same product, and there's a little bit of a natural parting here, so I'm just gonna fill that in. So I'm just gonna draw some. And then normally I just kind of like rub that so it kind of hides it. And that's not really doing enough for me. So I'm gonna go in with the number 4. Again guys, you don't have to do this step, it's just me being extra. You know I like being extra. Okay, so number 4 is a little bit better. I absolutely hate the fact that my hair naturally parts there. I like this like clean parting, but can we see what difference that makes? It's just now gone, but it's very natural, like no one's gonna see that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to number 3. I hope I'm not making it too complicated. And what I'm gonna do is just going to naturally fill in any gaps on my beard. So here I want a really light touch. I changed my mind, I'm gonna go for number 4. It's not enough for me. I don't know what's happened. Okay, so yeah, we want a light touch, so we're gonna hold it right on the end, okay? So just keeping it really natural, guys. You know when you see those people and they've got like the most perfect beards? That ain't natural. You're out of your mind. So again, I've got quite a sparse beard. So doing this gives me that snatched beard. Now what I tend to do is, again, just use my finger and kind of press that product into the skin. Remember, we don't want to see little strokes of makeup so that your friends are like, oh, are you wearing makeup? No, we don't want that. We just want it to look really, really natural. Just a little bit of darkness so you've got like a cleaner kind of beard. So the finished result is looking quite natural, but that's kind of what I want today. If you wanted to, you could keep on going and build it up to the desired effect. But I'd probably say don't go to the point where you've got this very chunky, black-like, solid like beard, especially if your hair is like brown or a little bit lighter, because that's just gonna look really, really fake. If you're maybe a blonde as well, you know, you can go for a lighter, so maybe go for like a number 1, number 2, just to fill out any gaps in your beard and your brows. So here we are, guys, this is the finished look. Just wanted to create a really nice natural man makeup look for all you guys out there, or even girls who want to achieve something really, really natural. A few tips and tricks, so please give this video a thumbs up. Share the love, be sure to click that subscribe button, write in the comments what you thought of this video, what else you'd like to see. If there's any video ideas, please let me know, because I will do them. Literally, I always write them down. When I get a good idea, I'm like, boom, I'm gonna write that down and I do the video, because this whole channel is all about you and what you need to know and like picking my brain. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and until next time, I'll see you then.